Look at Beam. I am zoomed in on the 1 hour chart here. Okay, I've been keeping an eye on this thing all day. Was following this trend line up here. It broke down from it, came back up, retested it. Now it formed a wedge. Okay, and it's breaking down from it. The measured move for this thing is down, right down to this blue line right here. You know, if it follows through with an ABC pattern. All right, it came up here right between the 618 and 702. If you take that, bring it right down to the top, that gives you a retracement down here at 0.026. Okay, that would be right on top here. If you go out on a 4 hour, look how that lines right up with support right here. Okay, so looking for a little bit of a pullback here. We're going to take a look at this chart here. Looks like it will hold trend when it pulls down here. All right. A lot of times you get a break. It broke this resistance right here at this blue line. Let me get my pointer out here. Makes it a little bit easier to do what I'm doing. I apologize. Here we go. You know, had this resistance right here and here. It broke it. Now it's coming back down. It's probably going to retest it now as support and get a bounce off there. All right, we're going to take a look here in a second and see if we're going to reach up here higher. But right now it looks like a little bit of a pullback. But I want to take a look at a few things. Then we're going to get back to this. I got some important stuff to show you guys. Over on the crypto bubbles, not a whole lot going on there. Bitcoin had a little bit of a pullback today. Not much of one, but enough. You can see what it does to the market when Bitcoin does have a little bit of a pullback. Where is Beam on here? Right over here. All right, we are $1.44 billion market cap, 24-hour volume, still pretty good, 84.8 million. Rank number 56, down one more spot. All right, over here on CoinGlass, we have the open interest. Look at that, $46.3 billion, about flat from yesterday. All right, 24-hour liquidations, 154.3 million. It's down 22%. And look, now you have more shorts than longs. 49.51% long, 50.49% short. And 24-hour volume for the crypto market, $134.5 billion. Pretty flat, 1.77 down from yesterday. All right, now let's go over here and take a look at Bitcoin. That's the important one. All right, obviously what Bitcoin does, the rest of the market does here. Now, we've ended up measuring out a move yesterday. All right, we've been following this thing up. Quite honestly, I have an alarm set up here, but I'm kind of expecting a rejection off this 702. Me personally, all right? I see a lot of people out there flipping major bullish because we broke the 618. And don't get me wrong, I could be totally wrong. You know, that's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some. If you know, it just doesn't work out that easy. All right, now we did a measurement yesterday on this thing. We went from wave 1 here, wave 2, wave 3, 4, and possibly a 5th wave, which gave us, I'm gonna go to the high, back to the retracement. All right, which put us right up around $54,000, $54,500, somewhere up in here. Okay, is the target for this wave here. Now, if you're not familiar with Elliott waves, the market moves in waves. It's usually waves of 5. All right, you got 2. Looks like a 4 here because wave 2 down here was pretty complex. If it's just a flat wave, then wave 4 is probably going to be pretty deep. It wasn't, and it looks like we're moving up on a 5th wave. You can see Elliott waves all through the charts when you look at them. Okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 there, and it moves in waves of 5 normally, you know, and your waves of 3, your ABCs. But if you go through all through here, you can count, you know, waves of 5 all over the place. Over here, you got 5 waves up. At 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know, you can count them everywhere. All right, but normally I love Elliott wave theory. I think it works great. And you know, and the Fibonacci extensions, yeah, I love them, you know. And we'll have to wait and see how this plays out, obviously. All right, we had that wedge through here that was forming up that ended up breaking out. I have it on my other Bitcoin chart, but you get the idea. It was wedging up here, broke out, and it's been taken off now. Of that 53,000 bucks, right up around there, I'll be watching this thing. We got the weekly RSI bullish, still heading up. If you look at the bottom down here, we got some bearish divergence, all right, and regular bearish divergence right here. You got this high and you got a lower high on the RSI. It can take that out though, if it goes up higher there. On the daily, we're right at the very top. We have flipped bearish on the daily, a 95 and a 98. All right, you can see up here. We zoom in on this thing, you can see, but it looks like it's trying to push up again. Out on a monthly, look at this, say 100 and a 100. All right, getting very, very high. 12-hour, right at the top, 92.6 and a 92.1. 8-hour coming down, a 39 and a 68, although we do have a green 8-hour candle. What really baffles me is the volume here with Bitcoin. I don't see any major, if you go out in a weekly, or let's go on a monthly, look at the volume down at the bottom. All right, you see any major spikes in volume down here? Not at all. Especially if everybody thought this was a breakout, and it was I'm expecting a pullback. All right. Obviously this is not going, a big ABC pattern will put this thing way down there. All right. If it comes up to that 702, that's not going to happen. It's not, geez, I would put it almost back at $1,000. That's not going to happen. But I do believe we're going to have a big pullback here, down to the mid 30s, 35. Somewhere around there, probably close to that 382 actually. If you take a fib on this thing, go from a swing low down here to a swing high, say it makes it up to that 702, be looking 33 to 35,000. That's my opinion, guys. I'm not a financial advisor, so please listen to yourself. Obviously you're going to just do what you believe is right, what you see happening, and you'll be fine either way. All right, if you hold up here and it takes off, you're in good shape. If you hold up here and it pulls back, you're still in good shape, because it's still going to go over 200 grand this year. So don't sweat it. Either way, you're in pretty nice shape. All right, let's take a look at Beam here. The same with everything. If you hold, if Bitcoin pulls back down to 35,000 bucks, and you hold and you get caught in that move, don't worry about it. It's going to go back up, right? Of course, you open your wallet up and it's 50% down and you're sick, and don't worry about it. It'll be all right. Everything will work out. I probably promise that. Okay. Now this almost looks like a 5-wave up to me. All right, so you look at this thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly a 5th wave up here to 3 cent. Now we had a target up here of about 3.2. Okay, so we have set a new all-time high here. Let's go out on a daily. All right, we have set that new all-time high. Now let's take a look at a couple things here. All right, this measured breakout move, was our measurement here. To the breakout, it could have one more push up here, it could up to about 3.2. That's her target. We have hit 3 cents. Now let's take a look at a few things. Let's take a look at a few RSIs. Like I said earlier, if this was a wave 1 and a wave 2 down here, let's get a measurement on this thing. All right, now you do have just a hair lower than over here. You can have a 98% retracement in wave 2, but it cannot be 100%, or it's invalid. All right, this would be the only place over here which would be in 1-2, because this one here is lower than over here, so that's not a 1-2. All right, let's take a look here with the trend-based fib and just see. We'll go from here to the top to the retracement down here. See what kind of target that gives us. Geez, look at that. 2.9. All right, we have broke that. We went up to the 3. So, I'll be 100% honest. It might not push any higher right now. Okay, that is a very, very good possibility. We might have a retracement here before we continue up. All right, the daily RSI is right at the top. It's at a 97 and a 99. The MACD down here on the bottom, I don't use it a whole lot, but I like putting it on videos once in a while. Still bullish on the MACD. All right. If you go in on a 12-hour, 89 and an 88, still bullish. Still bullish on the MACD. And the RSI here, yeah, you got some bearish divergence. All right. You got just barely, but it's there. Regular bearish divergence. You got this high and a lower high. All right. Which on price you had this high and a higher high. All right, if you go in on the 8-hour, we're correcting on the 8-hour. The 4-hour, we're also correcting a 24 and a 31. But, you know, you go out here, you know, on that daily, we are correcting here. All right, so I would expect a correction here. Like I said, this ABC would bring it back down here. Let me zoom in a little bit so you guys can see this, because it's still going to hold trend if it does that. If it does an ABC right here, all right, let's go on a 1 hour so I can show you a little bit better. Okay, if this was the 5th wave right here, then you would have an ABC correction, which if we measure this out, and if you would, guys, you know, a level 3 membership gets you 20 some videos, 9 hours worth of videos to teach you how to do this stuff, the Fibonacci and all that. I got to get a part 2 out to my trend line breaks and for trend line breakouts, and trend lines are great breakouts, trading breakouts and breakdowns of trend lines. I love them. They're simple. Anybody can do them. I put out part 1 the other day. I plan on putting out part 2 here real soon. Just having a little bit of family issues. The wife's a little sick, so we've been doing a lot of running to the doctor and stuff, setting up surgeries and all that. So I apologize. I will get part 2 out here, but I teach you how to do all this stuff for $15, $14.99 if you're interested in signing up. We have 70 some members over there. The Discord is fixed. All right, if you sign up as a member, you have access to the Discord. The link is fixed in there for everybody, and yeah, if you want to, please go check it out. But if this is an ABC, you have your A wave, you have your B right up here, this blue one right there. We're going to come down to the very top of that, right to there, and there's your target right down here at the bottom, 0.026. So if that does an ABC here, if this finishes out, okay, we get an A, a B, and a C, we're still in trend. All right, this C is going to be over here somewhere, but it's still going to be in trend here. Okay, so you have your ABC correction. We're still on a trend line. As long as we don't break this trend line, we're still in an uptrend. So we'll see once we get down here what happens. I will keep a very close eye on it, and I will keep you guys updated. I will get a video out tomorrow. All right, we'll see what happens. It should be down here, you know, probably by the end of tonight. Who knows, a couple hours. Depends on how fast it goes. You can see here, this move here happened in 3 hours. All right, it can move pretty quick. So we'll see, but expect a pullback down to 0.026, and we'll see what happens from there. Thanks a lot, guys. Please hit the like and subscribe, and I'll be back with you very soon.